I want to sincerely thank you for everything you did yesterday. If you hadn't been there to help me, I truly can't imagine how things might have turned out. It could have been a very dire situation for me, and I'm incredibly grateful that you were there when I needed assistance the most.
I really didn't do anything out of the ordinary, to be honest. I'm just relieved to hear that you're okay and that everything turned out fine in the end. That's what really matters.
No, really, you went above and beyond by even taking me all the way to the hospital. Considering it was so early in the morning and on a road with hardly anyone around, I honestly feel like I've been given a second chance at life. I've been dealing with a medical condition for some time, and I sometimes have episodes that can be quite serious.
I understand now. It's a relief to know that I was able to be there for you when it counted.
But still, I can't help but wonder what you were doing out at such an hour in the first place. It's not a time when most people are on the streets.
Oh, well, I work as a night janitor, so it just happened that my shift ended around the time I found you.
That makes sense. Working those kinds of hours must be incredibly tough on you. I can imagine how exhausting it must be to finish up your work and then have to deal with the challenges of getting home at that hour. I also happened to have a late shift myself yesterday, which is why I was out at that time. I know it's not good for my health, but I thought I could take a shortcut through that narrow back road.
Please, truly, don't worry about it. I simply did what anyone would have done in that situation. It felt like the right thing to do.
To say it's something anyone would have done is a bit of an understatement. In today's world where so many people seem indifferent to the struggles of others, it gives me great hope to know that there are kind-hearted individuals like you out there. As someone who might be getting on in years, I have to say that this experience made me realize that the world is not entirely a lost cause. There are still people who care.
Oh no, please don't say such nice things about me. I'm really just an ordinary person.
I'm truly grateful for your kindness. Thank you again for everything you did for me. I would love to treat you to something to show my appreciation. Maybe a meal or coffee sometime?
Honestly, there's no need for that. You can even delete my contact information right away if that makes you feel more comfortable.
That's not an option. If you don't let me express my gratitude properly, I might end up messaging you every night to thank you endlessly.
Well, is that really necessary? I don't want to burden you with my presence. However, I have my younger brother's wedding to attend tomorrow, so I need to wake up early. Maybe today isn't the best time to discuss this further, unfortunately.
What? Is that really the case? As it turns out, I have my daughter's wedding tomorrow, too. What an incredible coincidence.
Oh, really? Oh, that is indeed quite a coincidence. I'm sorry, then I should probably let you go so that you can prepare for that.
Oh, yes, I'm really sorry for holding you up with this conversation. Well then, good night to my lifesaver.
Why is that?
Wow. What an incredible coincidence! I can't believe that today's wedding is for your brother and my daughter! I apologize for not introducing myself sooner. I'm Bart, Angelica's father.
Oh, I'm sorry for the late introduction as well. I'm Beth, Alex's older sister.
I can hardly believe it. I had no idea that Alex had such a wonderful sister. Why didn't he ever mention you? He told me he was an only child.
Wait, Alex said that? I find that surprising. He must have wanted to keep his past a secret.
Yes, I heard that he lost his parents when he was in middle school and had to fend for himself from then on. That's quite impressive. When I learned about his story, I was moved to tears.
Really? That's understandable. It's a difficult journey, and I admire his resilience. He's been through so much at a young age, yet he's managed to stay strong.
Exactly. It takes a lot of strength to overcome such hardships. I can only imagine the struggles he faced alone. I feel lucky that he found someone like Angelica who can bring joy into his life.
Yes, Angelica's a bright light for him. I think they complement each other perfectly. They both deserve happiness after everything they've been through.
Absolutely.
By the way, I should mention that I have some preparations to attend to, so I will have to excuse myself for now.
Of course, I completely understand. We can catch up later. I'm just so grateful to think that I get to become part of your family, knowing how much you mean to Alex.
The feeling is mutual. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't recall ever inviting someone like you, a night janitor, or a woman of your low status, to this wedding. My husband also says he has no memory of being raised by you either. Honestly, what were you thinking, suddenly pouring wine on me like that? Well, it was you who sent out the invitation, wasn't it? Huh? That kind of invitation was merely a formality. I certainly didn't mean it. I don't genuinely want you to be here. I want to make it clear that even if we're related by obligation, I have no intention of letting someone like you become a part of our family. What about Alex? Does he feel the same way about this? That's exactly it. Alex has said that he doesn't remember being raised by you either. He finds it frustrating that you act as if you have some parental authority over him. That's simply... well, it's understandable, right? He's an elite businessman working for a major trading company, and I'm the only daughter of the chairman of the Mizoguchi Group. It makes perfect sense that he wouldn't want to get involved with someone like you. Why would you say such a thing about me? You're nothing but a disgrace to the family, don't you see that? I don't care if you believe you raised Alex or not, just look at yourself. You appear shabby, and let's face it, you're not exactly attractive either. The thought of you trying to join a family like ours, which is full of prominent and respected individuals, is frankly laughable. I'm not trying to join your family at all. My only intention is to witness my brother's wedding properly. It's a significant day for him, and I want to be there to support him. That's the exact reason why Alex is refusing you. Are you seriously trying to go against his wishes and do something he doesn't want? It's not about going against him, but even just watching from a distance is important to me. I just want to be there for him, even if I'm not directly involved in the festivities. Just your presence alone, as a woman who looks so out of place, will ruin the entire atmosphere of the venue. Instead of making a scene or struggling with this, why don't you just accept the reality? You're an adult, right? Wait a minute, can we talk about this? No, there is nothing more to say. You need to leave. This isn't a place where you belong. If you don't get out of here quickly, I might just take it upon myself to pour an entire bottle of wine over you next time. Fine, I'll go home. You won't have to worry about me anymore. Good, I'm glad to hear that. And just so you know, I'll be cutting ties with you as well. You should promise not to come near me or Alex ever again. I don't want to see you around us. I just wanted to be part of the family in some way, especially for Alex's sake. Don't flatter yourself. You're delusional if you think you can just waltz in and be part of our lives. You don't understand the world we live in. Alex deserves better than to be associated with someone like you. I never wanted to impose or create trouble for anyone. I just hoped that maybe, at least for today, I could celebrate this special occasion with him. It's too late for that now. You should have thought about this before showing up here. The invitation was nothing more than a polite gesture, and I won't let you ruin this day for my family. You need to realize that there are boundaries you cannot cross, and you've clearly crossed one by being here. I just wanted to support him. Well, you've done enough by making things uncomfortable. Now go. We don't need your kind around. Understood. I'll leave. Good. Remember what I said. Don't come back and don't think about trying to reach out to Alex or me again. Hey, what was that all about? You said something like that and then started calling me repeatedly? I'm currently on a bus, so I can't pick up the phone right now. A bus? Then turn around and come back to the next bus stop immediately. Wait, are you telling me to come back right now? Yes, just do what I say and get back here. If you really want, you can even take a plane to get here. I'll cover any transportation costs, no problem at all. I am really confused right now. What is going on? This is all so sudden. Do you know my dad or something? Well, I mean, we're sort of acquaintances. I think it's complicated, but... Oh, I get it. It must be because I'm not around. Why didn't you say that sooner? Your dad is looking for you. Can't you just say I felt unwell and went home? Seems like that would be the easiest solution. But it's already been established that Alex doesn't have a sister. How can a non-existent person suddenly claim to be feeling unwell? That doesn't make any sense. Then just convince them that she doesn't exist. You could easily explain that away. My dad completely believes in your existence. He's saying things like, the person herself said she's Alex's sister. She's not the kind of person who would lie. I never thought that the two of you would know each other, honestly. If I had just made up a bunch of stories, it would have spiraled completely out of control. It seems like this situation has turned incredibly complicated, hasn't it? I never intended for any of this to happen. Now it's to the point where it'll be too late if you don't show up in person. So please, I'm really begging you, come back right now. It's urgent. Wait a second. That guy was from the Mizoguchi Group's venue. I completely forgot about that after being shocked by the wine incident. He's quite a significant person, isn't he? What are you mumbling about? Just hurry and come back already. Don't you want to see Alex's wedding? It's a monumental day for him, and you should be there. No, I've decided to keep my distance from Alex. I might have been too involved in his life, and maybe that was a mistake. I don't want to complicate things further. No, I don't care about that. Just hurry up and get here. You don't have a choice in this matter. You have to come back, and you need to face the situation head on. Oh, speaking of which, I just got a message from him. Excuse me for a moment while I read this. Huh? No, wait, don't ignore what I just said. This is important. Listen, if you don't come back right now, everything will spiral out of control. My dad is worried sick about you. He's been trying to find you, and the last thing you want is for him to think something terrible has happened.
Beth, where on earth have you gone? Angelica and Alex are saying such strange things about you not existing.
I'm sorry, it's just that a lot has happened.
I'm so relieved. I was starting to think you were just a mirage or something.
No, I'm not a mirage at all. I really am Alex's sister.
Then why did you disappear from the wedding? If you're truly his sister, you're his only family. To leave before the ceremony even started is quite strange.
It's difficult to explain, but let me show you a message from Angelica.
Wait, is it true? Did Angelica really say such things?
Yes, I've only met her about 2 times, but it seems like she holds quite a grudge against me.
I can't believe Angelica would say something like this. This is my fault. I must have been too lenient with her.
She probably has a bad impression of me based on what Alex told her.
From what I can see in your exchanges, it looks like you were splashed with wine? I'm so sorry. I'll cover the cleaning cost. No, the compensation cost. Actually, I'll make it up to you by gifting you a whole new wardrobe.
Oh no, that would only complicate things for me. Besides, my dress was cheap anyway.
No, I insist on compensating you. I can't think of how to properly apologize.
Please, don't worry about it. I'm used to being treated this way. It seems Alex really disliked me for a long time, too.
This isn't just about the wedding anymore. I need to lecture those two. How dare they insult someone as admirable as you?
Please, wait a moment. I'm fine with this.
I can't accept that. Listen, you have every right to feel hurt by what happened. This is unacceptable behavior on their part, especially towards you. You are Alex's sister, and you deserve respect at his wedding, a day that should be filled with joy, not insults.
I understand how you feel, but confronting them right now might not lead to anything productive. It might just escalate the situation further.
But they can't just get away with this. It's infuriating to think about how they treated you, and as family, I should be defending you. You deserve better than that, especially from people who are supposed to care about you.
You're right, but I'm afraid that if I make a big scene, it might cause more issues for Alex on his special day. I don't want to be the reason for any drama or tension during his wedding.
You're thinking too much about others' feelings. What about yours? You're the one who was humiliated. It's important to stand up for yourself. Alex should know what his fiancée did to his sister. He needs to understand that this kind of treatment is unacceptable, no matter the circumstance.
I really do appreciate your concern and support, but I don't want to make things worse for Alex. He's been through so much, and I don't want to add more stress on his wedding day.
I completely understand your desire to protect him, but this is also about you. You shouldn't have to endure humiliation silently. Families should support each other, and that includes speaking up when something is wrong.
I know you're trying to help, and it means a lot to me. It's just that I'm not sure if now is the right time. Maybe after the ceremony, I can address this with Alex and Angelica.
No, you shouldn't wait. The sooner you confront this, the better. If you don't address it now, it might continue to fester and cause more problems later on. You deserve to be acknowledged as part of this family, not pushed aside.
You're making a strong point. Maybe I've been too passive about all this. I should take a stand for myself and make it clear that this behavior is unacceptable. I just wish I knew how to approach it without creating a scene.
Trust me, I'll be right by your side. We can confront them together. I'll help you. You shouldn't have to do this alone.
Thank you. It feels good to know I have your support. I won't let them disrespect me anymore.
Angelica, you have done something absolutely outrageous. You insulted Beth, splashed wine on her, and chased her out of the venue? She saved my life, and yet you...
No, but I didn't think she would be your acquaintance. Besides, she seemed so gloomy and her outfit looked cheap. I thought she wouldn't be suitable for our family. I was doing it for the good of the family.
For the good of the family? This isn't just about the family. This is a disgrace to the entire Mizoguchi group. Do you know what our group's biggest policy is?
To make as much money as possible, maybe?
Is there such a policy? No, it's not that. Our policy is to repay the kindness shown to us.
I think I've heard something like that before.
We, the Mizoguchi family, value the act of returning a favor more than anything else. The belief is that by returning a favor twofold, everyone becomes happy, right? To repay a favor with ingratitude is utterly unacceptable. It's an unprecedented and the worst possible act.
So you didn't even know that I had a favor to repay? Besides, she's just a night janitor. She has nothing to do with the Mizoguchi group.
No, she does have a connection to the Mizoguchi group. She saved me yesterday when I collapsed from a seizure.
Huh?
If she hadn't taken me to the hospital, I would have been done for. If the top person in our group were to vanish, the Mizoguchi group would collapse like a house of cards. In other words, she saved not just me, but the entire Mizoguchi group.
But that doesn't mean we should associate with someone like her.
Right now, you and Alex are the ones who are truly at the bottom. You both seem to look down on people based on their jobs, but that is a huge mistake. A person's value is determined by their actions. Don't forget that.
If I had known the circumstances, I would never have acted like that. I'll reflect on it properly. Isn't that good enough?
No, that's not good enough. I'm cutting all ties with you as a father.
What? Why?
It's only natural. As the chairman and as your father, I can't allow this to slide. I realize now that I may have spoiled you too much. I've only been thinking about repaying the favor of bringing you into this world.
Wait a minute. You can't just sever all ties all of a sudden. Don't you love me? I'm your daughter.
Because I love you, it's sometimes necessary to distance myself. Your arrogant personality is definitely my fault.
No, you are absolutely overreacting. I can't accept this.
I'm very disappointed in both of you. I've already made up my mind. Do you understand?
Wait!
You don't understand the gravity of this situation, do you? It's not just about you or me. It's about our family and the reputation of the Mizoguchi Group. Do you have any idea how hard I worked to build this reputation? And now you just throw it away with a single thoughtless act? You need to start taking responsibility for your actions, Angelica.
I didn't mean to ruin anything. I was just trying to protect our family. I thought it was for the best.
By demeaning someone who saved my life, that's not protecting anything. That's betrayal. It's crucial to recognize who truly deserves respect, regardless of their job or status. Do you honestly think that wealth and position define a person's worth?
I just wanted to keep the family image intact. That's why I reacted that way. I thought if we distanced ourselves from her, we would be better off.
Better off? You've only brought shame upon us. What do you think will happen if word gets out about your actions? The media will jump on it, and the scandal will reflect poorly on our group.
But I didn't think it would go this far.
That's the problem. You didn't think at all. You acted rashly without considering the consequences. Do you realize that your actions could have jeopardized everything I've worked for?
But it's not like I intended to hurt anyone. I thought I was doing the right thing.
Sometimes the right thing isn't as clear as you think. You need to look beyond yourself and consider the bigger picture.
I'm trying. I really am. I just didn't know.
Well, now you know. And because of your ignorance, you're facing the consequences.
This can't be happening. You're my father. You can't just throw me away like this.
It seems that's exactly what I must do, Angelica, for your own good and for the good of the Mizoguchi Group.
Hey, Beth, I'm really sorry. I had no idea that your father was saved by you. If I had known, I would never have done something like that. Really. Suddenly apologizing like this means your father really got angry, right? It's not just that he got angry. He cut ties with me. You know that's going to cause trouble for you too, right? Me? Why would it trouble me? Because if this goes on, Alex can become a part of the Mizoguchi Group, you know? You should definitely not let that opportunity slip away. I never thought about it that way. All I want is for Alex to be happy. If he wants to distance himself from me, then that's fine by me. Alex doesn't feel that way anymore. He says he wants to get along with you again. That's because of the situation we're in, right? Deep down, he probably thinks of me as a bottom feeder. I've noticed for a while that Alex has been getting annoyed with me. That doesn't matter. Just tell me how much you want. Huh? Just tell me how much you want. You want money, right? How much would it take for you to forgive me? This isn't about forgiveness. I've already decided to withdraw on my own. I didn't raise Alex to put any obligations on him. Ugh, this is so annoying. I don't care about those kinds of poses. You want money, right? If not, then what is it? Do you think everything can be solved with money and power? Huh? That's how it actually is, isn't it? You're probably going to bring up compensation or damages later anyway. So just say how much you want. I have enough savings to give you something. I don't need money, just understand that. There are problems that cannot be solved with money or power. Huh? So what should I do? What do you want from me? Tell me. You can't do anything. All you can do is accept the situation. What the? Just accept the money and that's it, right? I really don't get this. What's wrong with you? Then what do you want? I don't want anything. I don't care about myself. I just want Alex to be happy. Then right now, Alex is in a big pinch, you know. Because of your father, the wedding is about to be canceled and he's being charged for the costs. So he's not happy at all. Moreover, there are many people from his workplace coming to the wedding, and this could affect his social reputation. If you want him to be happy, you have to do something about this. For him to be happy, he needs to grow as a person. To grow, he has to reflect on himself and become someone who can genuinely think about his actions. Huh? So you're saying you'll abandon him while saying it's all for Alex's sake? What a great foster parent you are. No wonder he hates you. I don't care if I'm hated or what happens to me. I'm sure Alex will realize his own shortcomings and be able to grow again. And you, Angelica, can do the same. Huh? Who do you think you are, acting so high and mighty? Your father wants you to grow too. He may be very meddlesome and persistent, but I think he's a loving and good father. What do you know? Don't act like you understand everything. This is ridiculous. You all are just cold parents. Angelica, please take care of Alex. If social repercussions come for you two, the only allies you'll have are each other. Shut up. I don't care about that. You're his foster parent, right? Then help him. No, I can't. Didn't he say it himself? He doesn't remember being raised by me. What do you mean you can't help? You raised him. You should know what's best for him. It's not that simple. I can't interfere anymore. He has to realize things on his own. Then what's the point of raising him if you're just going to let him drown? You've lost your chance to help him, and now you're just going to sit back and watch him fail? Sometimes stepping back is the best way to help someone grow. He has to learn from this experience, even if it's painful. That's how he'll become stronger. You're saying you'd let him struggle and not intervene? That is so selfish. You have to get involved. Selfish? You're the one being selfish here. You think throwing money at a problem will make it go away? Real growth requires more than just a financial solution. Then what do you want from me? You're acting like you have all the answers. It's not about me having all the answers. It's about Alex finding his own path. He needs to understand the value of his relationships, not just his career. You really think he cares about that right now? He is worried about his future, and you're talking about relationships? I do think that if he values his relationships, he'll understand that success is more than just a paycheck. It's about the people you surround yourself with. You're impossible. You're sitting here judging me while your so-called wisdom is doing nothing to help him. I'm not judging you. I'm trying to make you see the bigger picture. If you care about Alex, you'll let him figure this out. You're just trying to avoid responsibility. What kind of parent does that? A parent who knows when to step back. Sometimes the hardest thing to do is let go. I want him to learn to stand on his own 2 feet. You're so full of it. You think you know what's best for him, but you don't. No, you're wrong. I'm not saying I know what's best. I'm saying that he needs to find his own way. If he never learns that, he'll never truly be happy. What if he loses everything in the process? What if he never recovers from this? That's a risk we all take in life. It's painful, but sometimes the most important lessons come from our failures. You're seriously deluded. This isn't some grand philosophy. This is about real life. And in real life, people need to learn from their mistakes. If you keep coddling him, you're not doing him any favors. You just don't get it. This is about his happiness. You're jeopardizing that. No, I am prioritizing his long-term happiness over temporary comfort. He needs to face the consequences of his actions. You are so frustrating. I can't believe you're taking this stance right now. It's frustrating for me too, but it's necessary. We can't keep pretending that everything will work out just because we want it to. This is unreal. I never thought you'd be this cold-hearted. I'm not cold-hearted. I care about Alex deeply, which is why I'm taking this stance. Then why can't you just help him out this once? Just this one time? Because it wouldn't be true help. It would be enabling his avoidance of responsibility. I won't be a part of that. Ugh, I can't deal with this. I am so done with you and your so-called wisdom. I'm not asking you to agree with me. I am asking you to understand. This is for Alex's sake. I don't care. He needs your help now. No, he needs to learn, and I won't stand in the way of that growth. You are infuriating. You are nothing but a coward hiding behind your ideals. If standing up for what I believe in makes me a coward, then so be it. I want what's best for him in the long run. What you think is best is ruining his life right now. No, what's ruining his life is not understanding the value of responsibility and relationships. I'm done. I can't keep arguing with someone who refuses to see reason. Then maybe you should consider what I'm saying instead of dismissing it so easily. I'm not going to listen to you. You've lost all credibility with me. That's fine, but when you see the consequences of your actions, don't say I didn't warn you.
Beth, I truly apologize for what happened this time. My daughter's actions stemmed from my own shortcomings as her father. I want to express my sincerest apologies.
No, please wait. The situation is the responsibility of both Angelica and Alex. As parents, neither of us can be blamed solely. Well, I am her guardian, but I'm actually her sister.
But still, I owe a debt of gratitude for saving my life, so I must find a way to show my appreciation to you.
Your enthusiasm for repaying that debt is remarkable, I understand. Well then, I will graciously accept your gratitude.
Thank you so much. Since it might be worrisome for you to be alone with me, I would like to invite you to join us with acquaintances.
You are very considerate in that regard, as expected of you.
Oh, it's only natural. I can't let you feel like you have to worry about such things.
That's true. Then I will take you up on your offer. Let's discuss parenting. Raising a child is filled with challenges and joys. There are moments of happiness, but there are also times when you feel lost, wondering if you're doing the right thing. Each child is unique, and what works for one may not work for another. It's essential to be flexible and open-minded, to truly understand their needs and emotions. Establishing a good line of communication with your child is crucial. They need to feel that they can talk to you about anything without fear of judgment. Creating a safe space for them fosters trust and strengthens the bond between parent and child. It encourages them to share their thoughts and feelings, which can help in their emotional development. Being a parent is not just about providing, it's about being present in their lives and actively participating in their journey. It can be demanding, but it's incredibly rewarding. Now I'm a bit short on time here, so let's make a date to meet and talk a lot more.
Sounds like a plan. Thank you, Beth.
The wedding of Angelica and Alex has been canceled, and all the monetary gifts have been returned. The extravagant costs will be borne by the two of them, isolated and having lost their positions and jobs. They've moved into a cheap apartment, clinging to each other as they attempt to start over from scratch. It seems they've taken on the very night jobs they once looked down upon, and while I don't know how they feel about it, I hope they'll learn that there is no such thing as a lowly profession. Since then, I've been in occasional contact with the chairman of Mizoguchi, and we sometimes discuss Alex and Angelica. Although we've severed ties, we still worry about them. However, we are doing our best to refrain from extending a helping hand, as we believe that doing so would not benefit them in the long run. I plan to continue supporting them from the shadows, hoping that they find their way and learn from this experience. Starting anew can be daunting, but sometimes adversity can lead to personal growth. My hope is that through their struggles, they will discover what truly matters in life, and how to rebuild their lives with resilience and determination. As they navigate this challenging time, I wish them strength and courage, trusting that they will emerge from this ordeal with newfound wisdom and a stronger bond.